the president, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Nigeria, is in the news this time around. President Muhammadu Buhari has been named African Anti-Corruption Champion by the African Union. Interesting. This was made known by Loretta Onochie, Buhari's personal assistant, on social media. It was also tweeted by Bashir Ahmed, President Muhammadu Buhari's personal assistant, on new media. Well, what can I say? Conflicting reports, because Transparency International came out to say something completely different, but they said that Nigeria's corruption index has actually risen over the years.
People should not come from nowhere and start telling us what is happening in our house, in your home. You know your house better than a stranger. The organization or whatever that awarded Buhari for leading the war against corruption in Africa, the Africans.
African Union.
We understand ourselves.
Yes.
The Africans. And we know how things work around here. Transparency International, Transparency whatever, they are a foreign body. And bet me, the director of Transparency International might not have been in Nigeria. You want to stay in wherever you are to judge people that are in their different continents. Buhari is fighting corruption. At least before now, people commit corruption with impunity.
Now they commit it with less impunity.
Yeah, not necessarily less impunity. Now corruption is curtailed to various minimal, and the issue of impunity is no more there. Impunity is when you do things without the fear of being sanctioned. And now we have introduced whistleblowing policy.
Yes.
Where people will be able to discover money hidden somewhere, and they get some advantage, some costs if they report to the government, and government recover such money. We have recovered billions and billions. Okay, the other day some people claimed to be sick and they were put in a stretcher to come to the hospital.
Yeah.
To claim. If you want to be in a coffin, you'll be brought to the court to come and cough out the money you stole. So Buhari bring people from the graves to come and cough out money. It should be encouraged, and that is what the African Union or whatever looked at and said, okay, this man is fighting wars both from the land of the living to the land of the dead, even from hospitals and mortuaries. Those in mortuary are coughing out the money they stole. Those wherever they are. So they look at now Transparency International, who doesn't know the people that came in a stretcher. Of course, they watch BBC and CNN and they don't listen to Nigerian news. They can give any report they want, but we know what is happening in our land, and we know that our president is doing very well, and he's been able to bring to book those whom we have found wanting in corrupt-related offenses. So more kudos to the president. He should write.
Well, President Obama, it should appear that President Muhammadu Buhari is fighting corruption among men and among the dead, like you said. How about among the animals? Yes, animals are swallowing money this time around.
To authenticate fighting of corruption among the dead, he went to the extent of giving appointment to dead people.
Yes.
So that when they go to the land of the dead, they will be able to get the money from those corrupt dead politicians. This is a man with a vision.
Okay.
This is a man that see that this is okay. You want to die with our money? He will appoint a dead person to collect it from wherever. If you are in heaven, there are some dead people he appointed that are in heaven. And if you are in hell, there are some dead people who are appointed. He is a man that fight corruption all around, and he should be applauded. Those animals that are corrupt, I promise you, they'll be brought to book. By the time we open up the face of corrupt animals, we will fight them to a halt.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I can't stop myself from laughing right now. I don't really know if this man is very serious right now or if he's just trolling the president. But then, of course, it may interest you to know that some of the people who endorse President Muhammadu Buhari's anti-corruption crown have question marks hanging over their heads, so to speak. For instance, President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, is one of such people. Shall we say birds of a feather flock together?
And one of such people that did work.
That endorsed President Muhammadu Buhari's anti-corruption.
It's not only president that endorsed.
I said one of such people.
Yes, of course. Kenyatta, you remember that the opposition leader in Kenya went and inaugurated himself.
After a questionable election.
I'm sure he will soon be proved. Of course, he will soon be proved because I perceive an anomaly in forcing yourself into becoming you contested an election and you lost, you went to the court. The court said yes, it should be nullified. They nullified it. The next election, you immediately boycotted it and then inaugurated yourself as a president.
All right. Another person who endorsed it before he was no longer the president was President Jacob Zuma.
Okay.
He says yes, of course, Buhari is fighting corruption.
Yes, Jacob Zuma. Jacob Zuma was recently removed from office. Because
he stepped down. Actually.
Yes, he stepped down because of the pressure that was mounted on him. But the point is that you see that the people that are associated with this government are people of proven integrity.
Yeah, integrity.
Look at Okorosha in Imo State.
Associated with.
Where Imo State is all around good. They have Commissioner of Happiness about
the happiest state.
And now the happiest state. And now Jacob Zuma of corrupt-related issues, they have a statue of him. Okay, that statue is not necessary to celebrate Zuma. It's a symbol of corruption. That this man is corrupt. So NPC kind of established, when you look at this statue, you are looking at corruption. So whether they are alive or molded, we fight corruption to the heart at all.
Okay, all right. You heard him there, talking about people that are fighting corruption. And that is where the cookie will crumble on today's edition of Naija Palava. As always, your hosts, Charles Operum, and my guest here, fighting corruption, Prince Afam Ofoyeme. We're signing out. But don't worry, we'll be back same time, same station next week for another scintillating edition of Naija Palava. Goodbye.